Hi everyone and welcome to this channel. I'm going to show you how to do a granny square that's very simple. This is what I'm doing now. It's very easy. So let's get started. So the first thing you do is you make the ring. You make your little knot. Then once you make that knot, and if those of you who don't know how to make the knot, I'm going to slow it down and show you how I make my knot. So what I do is I wrap it, like I take the yarn and I place it over my index finger. And then I cross it and I hold it. Then I take the remaining of the yarn and I wrap that part around my finger and I hold it together. Then I take the one back here and I push it over my finger and make sure that one is still on my finger, and then I pull up. That makes the knot. Then all you do is slip your crocheting tool in there and pull tight. Now for this granny square, you're going to chain 5, and you hold it with the string and you chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, well, the next step is we're going to do a slip stitch. A slip stitch is you just, in the last one, you put it in that hole. See, in that last one. Okay, and then you would yarn over. And so how I hold it is I hold it here with my thumb and my finger next to my pinky. And I hold it there, and then I grab the yarn with my other 2 fingers. And then I yarn over and I pull through that same hole. And then I slip stitch, put that into the one that was already on the chain. Okay, then you chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Next thing you do is you do a double crochet, because this is going to act as one, and then you do a double crochet. How you do a double crochet is you yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over again, and pull out. You should have 3 on your stick. Then you yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through the last 2. So we're going to do that one more time for this ring. So you yarn over, go into the hole, yarn over, hold up, sorry, yarn over, pull through the hole, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So that makes 1. Now what we're going to do is chain 2, and that's going to create the hole. So we need 4 holes in this granny square that we're doing. So you go chain 2, 1, and 2. Now, after you do those 2, you do 3 double crochets to make the holes. So you go yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over, pull out, need more yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, you should have 2 left on there, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Now you see how it has made that hole? You need 4 of those holes. So you do as many as 4 until you get to that 4th hole. This last one will be a slip stitch. So we're going to do 2 more. Yarn over, pull into the hole, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2. Then you yarn over and pull through the last 2. Okay, we'll do one more. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull out. Okay, and then yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now this is one hole. And the two, when you chain two, is what's creating the holes. So you go 1 and 2. And then you do the 3 double crochets again. You go yarn over into the hole, yarn over, pull out of the hole, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 2 left on there. And then yarn over again, pull through the last 2. And that's creating your second hole. And you keep going until you have 4 holes, and that's when you stop. Okay? So we're going to do 2 more double crochets in here. So yarn over, pull through the hole, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. You see, they go 1 hole and they go 2 holes. And then we do 1 more in this one. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then you do 2 more. So then you chain 2 again. You go 1, 2. Do 3 double crochets again. So you go 1, and then you do 1 more. Okay. And then you have 1, 2, 3. And this will be the 4th. So then you will slip stitch. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then this is your 4th. So then you do a slip stitch, but you chain 2 before you do the slip stitch. So you do 1 and then 2. Then you slip stitch at the 3rd chain or at the very top. Okay? Now this way you don't have to do, you can do either way. You can do in between here or you can go underneath. I choose to do underneath to make the hole a little bit less bigger. So I chain over and I pull it through, and then I don't chain again and I just pull it through once again, and then I chain 1 to lock it in. Okay, and then you should have 4. So you have 2 up here, 2 holes, and then 2 holes down here. These are what you're going to work in. Okay, so you should have 4. Then you clip it and take and you clip it. Okay, and then you pull it all the way through and then pull down on it to lock it in. And there you have it. You have 2 here that you'll work in. 1, 2, and then 2 at the bottom. 1, 2. Then to weave it in, all you do is tie them off in the back. And this way it doesn't show your, on the back of your work. So what I do is I tie them and I double tie them to make sure that it's out of my way. So that's 1 tie. And then that's 2 ties. And then I pull down, tighten it, and then just clip off the excess. And be careful to not cut the hole. And there you go. So again, you have 4 that you're working in. Okay? You have the 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now for step 2, you go to whatever color you want to use. I'm going to do the mint green. that will be my next color I'm going to use. And how I do that is I just take the yarn and I place it through any one of the holes. It doesn't matter which hole you place it in, just place it in there and then tie it down. So just make like one little knot in there. So you go like this, put it through the hole, and then just tie it. Make sure you got enough string at the end. That way you can tie them off, because they're both going to meet up at the same point. I'll explain that once I get to it. So you tie it off. And then what I like to do is hold this string out of my way. That way it doesn't get weaved in, so I can weave it in at the end. And then you're going to go over, yarn in to create a loop. And then you chain 3 after that. So you go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then you're going to do 2 more double crochets because this one is acting as a double crochet. So you yarn over, go into the hole, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 2 left on your hook. See? 2. Then you yarn over again and pull through those 2. You do that again. So yarn over into the hole. Okay, yarn over again, pull out, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over 1 more, pull through 2. Now in this one, you're going to do 6 in each hole, but after each 3, you will chain 2. And what that means is I did 3, now I will chain 2. 1, 1, 2. And then I do 3 more because we're going to do 6 in each one. So I yarn over, go into that same hole, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through those 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So you yarn over, pull in, pull out, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over again, pull through the last 2. The last time, yarn over into the hole, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2. Then yarn over once more, and then pull through the last 2. And that I will call like a little fan, is what you did. So it looks like a little fan, and you're going to do this in each one. In each hole, this is what you're going to do. So you see, it's supposed to be 6 in each one, but you're chaining 2 to make that hole, because this is what you're going to work in. As you build up, you're going to be working in this hole as well. So you do this for each one of the holes. So you should have 4 of them. So here's the first one. Then you do it in the second, and then the third, and then the fourth. And I'll meet you back here after we do all 4. Okay, now here I am at the end. And you see how you have 4. And it's 6 in each one. And this is how it would look. Okay. Now you do the chain 2 like how you did at the end of the first row. You will chain 2 at the end of every one. So 1, 2, and then you do the slip stitch to either or. You can do the third one up or the top of it. However you want to do, you can go under, you can go in that slip. I prefer to go under, and it still works out fine. So I yarn over and I pull it through, and then I just pull straight through without yarning over again. And I just pull through again. Then what I'll do is I will yarn over 1 more to lock it in. So yarn over and pull it through, and then clip off the end. Now, what I was saying earlier about how they always meet up at the end, pull that all the way through. How I said they always meet up at the end. When I do mine, oh, I have to refix that because it's there. But normally they meet up at the end and all you do is tie them off and it's hidden underneath that color. That way you really don't see the work. And what I mean is, so it's like the ones I did, you can't see any of the clipping or any weaving in because they meet up at the same end. So you know that you can't tell that I clipped it or it was even there. So these are the ones that I've done so far. These are some of the granny squares I've done, and so far they came out pretty good. And now I'm working on this one, and now we're going to go and choose a third color.